Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good thing to say, I dabbled in stand-up for something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello, welcome to Chrissie Mayr in the afternoon. Please tell me you can hear me, guys. Oh gosh, please tell me. Just let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Give me an F. Give me a hey if you can hear me. Oh, because if you can't, well, I'll save my breath and talk about. Oh, thank God, Spectral. Woo! The microwave decaf is here. I'm ready to roll. Okay. Whew. Seen, heard, felt. Okay, good. Oh, I missed you guys. Yes, I tried to go live this morning. I realized my sound was jacked up, and then also the baby needed me, so I had to abort the mission. But I'm here. It's afternoon. It's only several hours later. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. Today is the Bean's 8th birthday. Shout out to the Bean. He's crushing it. He's eating chunky oatmeal. He's eating pastina, which is Italian for pasta. Last night was very exciting. We had a date night. Me and Frank, Frank took me to a German restaurant. Oh my God. That's probably why I'm inspired to have my hair like this today. It was this really great restaurant called Nadine's in, I think, Yorktown or Yorktown Heights, somewhere here in Westchester. And it was so lovely. It was small and cozy. Like the atmosphere was A++, just like warm, and there was a little cuckoo clock on the wall, which I was like, oh my God, it's so German. I love that. And Germans always know how to decorate for Christmas. Like they have the nutcrackers out. And I said, like, well, with German food, like you can really taste the struggle. Like you can taste, every bite is like, yeah, we struggled for this. We had for an appetizer, like a medley of meats, sausages. And then I said to the waiter, I'm like, oh, so this is just like German antipasto. And then everyone laughed. I wasn't trying to be funny, though. There was various schnitzels on the menu, but I think in our appetizer plate, there was like a blood sausage. And I was like, if you didn't tell me there was blood involved in this sausage, I might like it a little better. But it was kind of bland tasting. And the Germans usually eat that for breakfast with eggs. And what were the other names of the sausages? I don't know. They were okay. And then there was some chutney inside of an endive and some tiny pickles. Like I'm talking pinky-sized pickles. Reminded me of all my ex-boyfriends. No, it was great. And then I got the beef bourguignon as an entree, and it had like they took a potato and they like they spun it around, made it real dizzy. They're like, because there was like a coily like potato chip. It was like dark though, like fancy and dark potato chip, but it was like that was on top. I was like, that impresses me. I don't care how the rest of this tastes. I'm like, I'm here for the fancy chip. And oh my God, it was so good. The meat was like a braised, like a what the hell, like a short rib, like a stewed, delicious meat. And there were some spatzel, which are like egg noodles. And it's the kind of meal where you taste it and you're like, oh, my wife does love me. And then Frank got like a meat sampler, a sausage sampler for his entree. So a lot of meat. Keto friendly for sure. And then I got the apple strudel to go because we were already out so many hours. I ate the apple strudel in my bed. It was good. I really want to go back and get the peach Melba. Is that what it's called? It was a peach something, and it comes in like a cup. It's like a layered sundae thing. So it sounded bomb. I was like, "Ooh, we gotta come back." It was so good. But we were out and about. Um, we were out and about taking the bean to see Santa. Oh my god, it was so exciting. Wow, he was so, and I was like, this is great because I already have an elf costume to put him in. Like I was like, just in case, I had an elf costume ready to go. I have a snowman costume for him because I was just like, tis the season. Who knows what we'll be doing? Who knows what kind of photo ops we'll need? I just figured like if it's snowing, I'll put him in a snowman costume, plop him right down in the snow. That's definitely going to happen. So I threw him in the elf costume. We went and he was just like, it was not his first time at the mall because we've done a couple of I've done a couple mom hangs with a relative at the mall, but this was like it's the first time he's seen it for Christmas. So he was like literally like his little face was full of such wonderment, and he was so excited. And I was actually really nervous that the Santa was going to be black, because the bean has never seen a black person so far. He hasn't met any black people yet. So I just didn't want him to be traumatized by a black Santa. Because what if he just I said to Frank, I'm like, what do we do if we get there and the Santa is black? I'm like, we can't leave. We can't be seen leaving a black Santa. What will the neighbors say? And we decided, well, if the Santa was black, we would, of course, see him, do the whole thing, and then we would then leave to find a regular Santa. I don't mean regular. I mean a normal Santa. No, I mean a white Santa. We would go and then find a white Santa. But thank God we didn't have to do that. The Santa was white. He very much played the part. He did the whole he did all the Santa poses, and there are like a variety of classic Santa poses that you kind of have to learn. And we were just so nervous. We're holding our breath. Like this is the first time he's meeting like truly a stranger. Like that's holding him because he's met tons of people have held him, but they've all been like friends and family and like, people who we know. And so this was like stranger. And we were like, ooh, don't freak out. Because he's 8 months. And like a lot of babies cry at this sort of thing. And so the whole time we were just like, you're a good boy. And he was like happy and smiling. He was transfixed with Santa's beard. He kept like putting his little hands in his beard. And like, he was really like looking at him, like really studying him. Oh, it was so cute. And then he started like jumping up and down on his knee, like just freaking out. And then we did a couple pictures with us. It was lovely. And I tried to, the Santa, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I have this face where people feel like they need to open up to me, which I actually love because it's part of my job. If I'm doing an interview, I want people to open up to me. But this mall Santa, I was not prepared for him to open up to me. And he immediately launches into tales of his divorce. And I was like, oh God, oh my God, mall Santa. Like, okay. And as I'm kind of sitting, like when the bean was done with his alone photos with Santa, I went and sat next to him. I'm like, can I get one? So now I'm holding the bean, and Santa's like, and then Frank comes over. Oh, hi, Waffles. Frank comes over. He's like, the secret is communication, or else mommy and daddy won't be in the picture anymore. Like he's doing these sort of like not puns, but where they're getting our photo taken. He's like, speaking of pictures, mommy and daddy won't be in the picture if they don't keep communicating. And I was like, oh God. He's like, that's what happened to me. I just couldn't make it work. And I have a granddaughter. No, he said, I have a daughter who's not giving me any grandchildren. So what are you going to do? And I felt so bad for this mall Santa. Like, what do you say? I was like, I don't know. I almost was like, I don't know. I wanted to say like, how old is she? Is she seeing anybody? Like what's going on there? But there was a whole line of people wanting to take pictures with him. So I couldn't really like have a heart to heart with the mall Santa like I had wanted. And I just was like, oh, and he was just like remarking on how cute Frankie was and how well behaved he was and like how happy of a baby he is. And I was like, oh. He's like, oh, and there's like a big bowl of cookies on the side. He's like, make sure there's some left over for Santa. We were like, do they pay you pretty good? He's like, yeah, they do pay me pretty good here. And I was like, do they say you can have like a shopping spree or something? Because there's like a kind of a nice mall. It's the Westchester Mall, the bougie mall. And he's like, no, they pay me pretty good. And gosh, what else did he say? He said, I said, are you like date? No, not. I didn't ask him if he was dating anybody. I said, do you keep the beard year round? He's like, I actually don't remember what he said to that, but then he launched into something about like, whenever I date a woman, I have to make sure that she is okay, that I am also seeing another man. And that man is JC. He said, he's like, you know what it's all about, JC. And I was like, yeah, of course. Totally agree. It's 100% all about JC. In fact, on the back of my car, I have a magnet that says keep Christ in Christmas. And he said, whenever I'm dating a woman, I always say, I hope you're okay sharing me with another man. He kept doing the Santa wink. I was like, yep. I was like, it must be awesome to date a mall. I was like, I want to interview this dude. I bet the mall Santa has tons of stories. I want to like hear from him, like what the craziest things like kids have said to him. Like do they actually tell him what they want for Christmas? And things like that. So I just can't wait till the bean is older and I can show him photos of him on his lap. Oh, I should have queued some up to show to you people, but that would require advanced thinking. So yeah, we did the Santa thing. That was awesome. And then we brought him back. We were like, should we take him to dinner? And then we were like, no. Let's not. I will go to the German restaurant by myself and my husband. And they have a beer garden, so I can't wait to go back there during the summer. Very cool. I'm not gonna, and then I went to go tip. I was like, after he told me this whole tale, I was like, I need to tip this man, So I went to go hand him. I like quickly looked at my wallet. I'm like, ow! I just saw 20. I was like, sure. So I went to go hand him a $20 bill. There's also a fan blowing. There's like a fan blowing at Santa. I guess because he's sweating his balls off in this hefty Santa costume. And then there's kids, so they want to maybe like get a little wind in their face. But it's probably for Santa because he's hot. And so I go to hand Santa the 20 and it blows away in the wind. And I said, oh shit, oh fuck. And there's another like very little kid, like toddler, younger than 10, like sitting on his lap. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry for cursing in front of you. So that was cool. I sort of bungled that. But the point is that I tipped the mall Santa, which you always should. And then we ordered our pictures. Deranged lunatic, you could get the beans costumes from Stop it. Oh, that's really funny. She really does have quite a costume closet. She has a lot of, you know what? I have a lot of costumes too. I just don't really, that's my dream, is have like a proper costume closet. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll make in the studio. Yes, there was Spatzel. There was Schnitzel. There was Spatzel. There was Wiener Schnitzel. There was an old lady there having a birthday, like just an old ass frau, She looked to be in her 90s. And then they were singing happy birthday. And the restaurant was small enough, so like we're all singing happy birthday. And then one lady's like, there's 4 generations here. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. My whole side of the family's dead. So, hail chat. Hello, guys. Yeah, always tip your mall Santa and just sort of nod when he opens up to you about his divorce. But that's what you want. You don't want a mall Santa who has his life together. It just wouldn't be the same. Anyway, I have some fun stories to talk about with you guys. And I'm going to tell them before my microwave decaf gets cold. So let's start with Taylor Lorenz. She remains the worst person on the internet and probably IRL for those that know her. But this is a clip that went viral this week. La 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 la. Piers Morgan, which sometimes like he has cringy guests, sometimes he has great guests like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. But he had Taylor Lorenz on, and he's still doing this thing that looks like what I do, like we're still in the it's much better when you have people in studio, obviously. And I don't know who this guy is. And this is Tommy Lauren, who I feel like has had many different faces over the years. Anyway, this is Taylor Lorenz talking about the United Healthcare CEO was just gunned down in the street. I don't remember what city he was murdered in, but okay, let's see. They nabbed the guy who did it, and it's this guy, Luigi Mangione, who's 26. Who's like an Ivy, and they refer to him as an anti-capitalist Ivy League grad who quotes Ted Kaczynski. So anyway, the point is, so this is on Piers Morgan, and Taylor Lorenz admits that she feels joy when this person, she's a horrible person. She admits that she actually felt joy when this person was killed. Horrible. Let's listen to it.
You're unhappy with my mischaracterization of what you said and inferring that you were feeling joyful about what had happened to this guy. So we've got the clip and we'll just play it back just to remind you.
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
I mean...
Joy in a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not. No, certainly not.
Is she about to fight with herself? Usually you wait till the whole clip plays.
Maybe not joy, but certainly not. No, certainly not. This is literally...
So you felt joy. You felt joy.
Glad that clip that you played that clip because you'll see that I didn't say that I felt joy.
And then she said she misspoke and clarified.
Oh.
And I didn't say that
I felt joy. You don't think, Mark, it was more that she wished she hadn't said she felt joy? Because she suddenly realized how bad it
why
sounded.
don't you listen to that clip again? Because I don't say that that I feel joy in the man's death. I said I feel joy because... And that's exactly when you cut me off. And if you let me finish, I would say, I feel joy. You don't know what was in my head.
That's not. She's right. She's right, Piers.
Bullshit.
She actually said, I feel joy, and then you interrupted her there. Perhaps, I don't know what she was going to say, but she certainly didn't get a chance to finish.
Well, the viewers can watch the whole thing in the right context.
And you may not realize this, but
we don't censor things here. Mark, I don't know why you're going out of your way to defend her, mate. Because Taylor, let's be honest. You know what you said. You wish you hadn't said it. Let me give Taylor an opportunity. Would you like to apologize for using the word joy?
Again, if you take the word joy completely out of context from the word that I said,
would you like to apologize? Yes or no? Yes or no?
You just played the clip that showed that I said I feel joy because, and that's right when you cut me off. So let me tell you why I feel joy.
Well, what was she going to say?
I feel joy because people like you who are rich and powerful and on TV and have all the access to all the healthcare privileges in the world are finally being forced to pay attention to the barbaric healthcare system that murders tens of thousands of innocent Americans. And that is what I feel joy in, that people like you are forced to confront those systemic problems. That's what I'm joyful.
Yeah, I knew it would be my fault as well at some stage.
Oh, wow. Hold on, listen to that again. What do you tell me what you guys think? That
you were feeling joyful about what had happened to this guy.
Isn't it so funny to play a clip from the same show? Like, here's you from 10 minutes ago.
I'll just play it back just to remind you.
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Serious?
No, I think she's full of it. I think she felt joy at this poor man's passing. Yikes. It's this whole icky, elitist, like eat the rich mentality. That kind of like AOC likes to promote and even Taylor, you're calling Piers Morgan rich and like deriding him for having access to good healthcare. Taylor, you're rich. You have access to whatever kind of healthcare you want. Like you're an author. You're I don't know, whatever you are. She's doing well. She's got hoop earrings. She's well off. it's just kind of this like she needs to be the voice of the victim class, which is kind of icky. I wonder, let me go on Taylor's Twitter and see if she expands on this. And if she like, I had a, let's see. Da 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 da. Hold, please. Looking for her response here. Or maybe she just doesn't mention it at all. Let's see. Okay. Let's pull up Taylor's Twitter. Taylor! I can't believe I'm not blocked, but I've never really interacted with her. Okay. I absolutely never said I felt joy about the murder. I said very clearly that I was feeling joy that the rich elite pundits like Piers and other multimillionaire media political leaders are being forced to confront the barbaric nature of our healthcare system. Oh my God. Of course this made the post. The headline is ex-WAPO reporter Taylor Lorenz tells Piers Morgan she felt joy over assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson feels like justice. Well, you should have chosen, if you didn't mean this, Taylor, you should have chosen your words extremely carefully as to not confuse anybody. This is 5 hours ago. I think she also got fired from another job. Like she was fired from the Washington Post. I think she got fired from another job since this happened. She says the CEO was a murderer and I do not feel sadness over his death. Yeah. So then you mean what you said, Taylor, but the media would rather misrepresent my very clear words and foment. That's a new word for me. Foment outrage than engage with the fact that many of us are overjoyed that these millionaire pundits are forced to acknowledge American suffering. No, I think she said she was joyful about it because eat the rich, right? Wow. Sisson Piker. Oh, that's like a meme account. You're not wrong though. Plus Piers, who has complained about the state of American healthcare, as a Brit who has worked for the U.S. and for CNN. So why is a man whom his entire life enjoyed the benefits of the NHS simping hard for the same industry that made it? I don't think he, I don't know, I have to watch the whole show, but I think he was more just like a man was murdered and it's kind of fucked up to say that you feel joy. What else does Taylor say? She really stepped in it. She really stepped in it. And how is, I don't know, is that solely the CEO's fault? She says, no, I'm not wrong at all, but Piers in the media is very explicitly taking one word from a different sentence and applying it in a context that I just straight up didn't use it in. Oh, Listen for Conte was on somebody's show. Oh, she's blonde now. She like completely changed her look. I wonder if that had anything to do with my impression of her. Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't think people are simping for the healthcare industry. All right. Well, that's Taylor. Let me check out the New York Post article. I think she was fired from Vox. Oh, wow. You know what's so interesting too? I think Taylor, she herself, an insufferable Ivy Leaguer, is like weirdly enjoying this murder because she's feeling like a kinship with the murderer who is a fellow Ivy Leaguer. And it's wild because the kid who did it, he seems like from a well-off family. Wow. Accused CEO murderer Luigi Mangione fighting extradition to New York grins at hearing after screaming on the way in. Wait, what? Luigi Mangione's back pain was so... How is this... Excuse me, relevance, Your Honor. Luigi Mangione's back pain was so intense that he couldn't be physically intimate with anyone, former landlord says. Okay. Residents of a Tony, New Jersey town freaked out that accused CEO assassin Luigi Mangione listed their street on phony ID. He's caught scarfing down hash browns at McDonald's before his arrest. Google removes flood of one-star McDonald's reviews after worker turns in Luigi Mangione. Why would they? Oh, right, because all the people that are happy about that. Ugh. The Subway Inn is closing. No. I used to do karaoke there. That's really sad. Dang. Okay. I'll have to think about that another time. Oh, yeah. Here's a related article. Stop it, baby ads. Not now. The left's response to the Daniel Penny and Brian Thompson case exposes their sick hypocrisy. I cheered when I heard that Marine veteran Daniel Penny had been found not guilty, and I felt shocked and saddened when I saw the footage of United. Yeah, isn't it wild that there's footage of this? Ugh. Of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson being executed in the middle of Manhattan. It was Manhattan. These two reactions would surely be the correct and appropriate ones for anyone with an ounce of fairness and humanity in their heart. That's Daniel Perry. I didn't realize he had such curly hair. This looks like an old Jay-Z, doesn't it, back here? I bet that's his dad because they look similar. Oh, his lawyers. Never mind. Oh, whoops. I wasn't sharing it. All you missed was this and the headline. Oh, is this a little video?
What's up? How you feeling?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
He's feeling good.
What's up?
We're
Come together. How's it going? How's it feel?
Feels great. He's finally got the justice he's deserved.
Did you think it was going to happen?
Sorry? No, we think that this should have happened probably on day one, but the important thing is it happened. So we can't control the timing of it, but we can certainly savor the outcome.
Okay. Cool. Wowie. Doesn't look like that's his dad. Penny risked his own life on the crime-ravaged New York subway to prevent a dangerous mentally ill homeless man with a lengthy rap sheet of violence from carrying out his rant to threatening to kill somebody. For 6 minutes, he kept the man, Jordan Neely, in a restraining chokehold as he waited for the police to arrive, alternating between applying pressure and not, a tactic he learned in the military to subdue people. Why did Penny do this? Because he saw the frightened faces of nearby women and children and wanted to protect them. We know this because 9 of the 11 witnesses who testified at the trial said Neely's behavior was the scariest experience they had on a subway. That's why Penny walked free, because the jury understood that he was a hero, not a villain. Okay, that's from when it happened. Wow, that had to have been was that a year or two ago? It was a tragic accident that Neely, who was high on drugs at the time, ended up dying, but that was a direct consequence of his own menacing actions, not Penny's attempt to stop him from hurting innocent people. Yet, with pathetic predictability, there was an immediate campaign by left-wing activists to frame this as a racially motivated... Oh, ring ads. Come on! Okay. La 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 la. Racially motivated crime akin to the murder of George Floyd, despite there being zero evidence to support his theory and no comparison in the circumstances of the two incidents. Race-baiting charlatan. I love the post. AOC shamefully posted on X, Jordan Neely was murdered. Others branded Penny a white supremacist without producing anything to back up such an appalling slur. Just like usual. Walter Hawk Newsom, the founder of BLM in New York, said anyone who thought Penny was innocent had racism in their heart and that the KKK got another victory. Newsom was at it again after the verdict, appearing outside court to shriek, "We need some black vigilantes. People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud." Oh, yeah. It was just that you're loud, sure. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us? These are people who make their living off of race baiting. He then made a direct threat to Penny. It's a small effing world, buddy. Ugh. Why has he not been arrested himself for such brazen incitement to deadly violence? If the left's hateful conduct over this was bad enough, consider the very different way they responded to the disgusting cold-blooded murder of Brian Thompson. Many openly celebrated, led by liberal journalist Taylor Lorenz, who worked until recently for the New York Times and the Washington Post. Man, she's losing all her jobs. And who posted, and people wonder why we want these executives dead. Oh, she posted that? Okay. So she definitely meant what she said about the joy. Horrible. She later commented, I am not alone, on another X post saying healthcare executive down, adorned with party balloons. Oof. Yikes. He looks weird. Wow. In an interview that's gone viral, I confronted her on my uncensored show Monday night about these repellent comments, asking, why would you be in such a celebratory mood about the execution of another human being? Aren't you supposed to be on the caring, sharing left, where you believe in the sanctity of life? To my astonishment, rather than back down or apologize, she went even further, saying, I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why, along with I felt with so many other Americans, joy. I was incredulous. Joy? Seriously? Joy in a man's execution? Maybe not joy, Lorenz smirked, instantly realizing how callous she sounded, but certainly not empathy. So yes, she absolutely meant what she said. She didn't say, hold on, I'm not done. I'm in the middle of a sentence. To which I retorted, how can this make you joyful? This guy is a husband. He's a father. He's been gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you joyful? Oh, it's horrible. Wait a second. This was outside the Midtown Hilton? I know exactly where that is. Whoa. That's near the old Compound Media Studios. Damn. At which point Lorenz accused Thompson of murdering tens of thousands of Americans with his company's healthcare policies, and then repeatedly laughed as we went back and forth over her incendiary rhetoric until I eventually lost my temper and exclaimed, Taylor, I don't mean to be rude, but why the fuck are you laughing all the time? Yeah, she's like similar to Kamala in that way, like kind of relying on like laughing or smiling when you're to just, I don't know, to just cover up for something, or maybe you don't know. But she's well spoken, so I think it's just she's maybe just demon possessed. Who knows? Staggeringly, her stunningly heartless reaction to Thompson's assassination has received widespread praise from left-wing social media accounts, which have tried to turn the suspected killer Ivy League graduate Luigi Mandione into some kind of sick pinup hero. And I would bet good money that many of these same people celebrating the murder of a nonviolent, non-threatening, non-criminal man in the street were also outraged by the accidental death of a violent, threatening, habitual criminal on the subway. Wow. The reaction of the two deaths had been very illuminating about the woke left's shocking double standards. Okay, I wasn't even looking at rings. Why am I getting these ads? JTV. Okay. And warped hypocritical morality. They promote the hashtag be kind and profess to be so much more caring, sensitive, and tolerant than conservatives. But they also think courageous veterans like Daniel Penny are villains, and deranged shooters like Luigi Mandione are heroes. If you believe those two things, you're a disgusting excuse for a human being. I agree. And that doesn't mean you're simping for the healthcare industry. Whoa. Just sad. Torgo the White. Suffa stinky ex-WAPO journalist. Suffa. Also 30 months of simping. Let's go. The pigtails are very simp-worthy, but thank you, Torgo. These are just I look like the Wendy's girl. Or Pippi Longstocking. These are very easy to do. If you're a person with curly hair or wavy hair, and you take a shower, you brush your hair, and you put in like, these are French braids, like they start here. Can you see? If you do double French braids, let your hair dry from being wet, and then maybe you rock this for a day. Tomorrow, when I take these out, It's going to be really fun and curly looking. And then that I didn't have to use a hairdryer. That's a lazy person's way to do your hair. EF, thank you for the Yellow Boy. By Taylor's logic, we also shouldn't have empathy for people in the Middle East for the of millions of by groups they're a part of, or Ukraine for bombing ethnic Russians in 2014. That sounds like common sense, EF. That's not allowed here. Southeastern Kaiju, thanks to the 5. New York jury unanimously convicts Trump. Justice. New York jury unanimously finds Penny not guilty. Bad things coming. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Kaiju. Mr. Kaiju. Yeah, Taylor really, really sucks. Let's look at the comments, shall we? From the Piers Morgan show. Taylor is evil. While I do not like Taylor Lorenz in general, she, like everybody, deserves to play the whole clip for context. Feels like a contextual setup. It's not if you put it in the context of her previous posts. Oh, so now Pierce is part of the new cancel culture. Taylor deserves all the hate she gets, but this is very reminiscent of the MSM treated us for years, cutting us off out of context. I don't know. I disagree. I think he's just calling her out for what she said because it was in really bad taste. Taylor Lorenz is a psychopathic sociopath. I seriously can't understand how anyone can take joy in another's death. I mean, like, I understand revenge and all that, but like, even if Biden, Kamala, Christopher Wray, and even Matthew Graves, torture of the J6ers, Garland, all of that, I would not feel joy from their death. Right. Within minutes of his name being announced, and look who has a follower. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh yeah, he went to Penn. Yikes. Why was he giving her a platform in the first place? Well, for views. The liberals in this country are devoid of all empathy. They don't care about anybody but themselves and their agendas. Nobody else matters. I'm glad Piers replayed the clip that she said she's a chronic liar. Yeah. That's not a good look to be following him. I like that how she tells a British dude that he's responsible for the U.S. healthcare system. Ugh. Wow. Yeah, she did smile. No, I think it's interesting to keep letting Taylor speak. Give her a platform, let her dig herself into a hole. Can we talk about how if she was a conservative, she would immediately be banished from society for saying this? Yep. But it's okay when you're a lib. Pathological liar, even when confronted with the truth. Yeah, she just painted herself into a corner. Menopause makes you emotional. These people can never be trusted with power again. Taylor Lorenz just raw dogging Joy over there. That's funny. That's a funny callback. She didn't just say it once. There was the first interview, and then she doubled down in this one, and then she decided she didn't like how the words sounded when they came out of her mouth, but it was too late. Oh. Wow. By their fruits you will know them. Yep. She is what happens when the woke mind virus completely consumes one's brain. No apology, just more damage control. Yeah, the people are not buying it. The people are not believing you. Womp, 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 womp. Wow. Here's another psycho who is celebrating. This is another person who's celebrating the death. Horrible, horrible people. Oh my God. Never been prouder to be a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. This blue-haired weirdo is a professor. Yikes. Wow. Let's see. Is this the same clip?
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like.
Serious?
I mean,
she said, joy, unfortunately, it feels. If she was going to say what she said she was going to say, she would say, I would have felt joy because now so many pundits like you. But she wasn't saying that. So she made that up when she got caught. Let's listen again.
I do believe in the sanctity of life. And I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like.
Serious?
I mean,
joy in a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not empathy.
Oof.
Because again,
we're watching the footage. How can this make you joyful? This guy's a husband, he's a father, and he's being gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you joyful?
Of Americans that be murdered. So are the tens of.
See, she's not even stopping him at this point to say she misspoke or she didn't finish her thought.
Thousands of Americans, innocent Americans, who
she's
died
still justifying
because greedy health insurance executives like this one push policies of denying care to the most vulnerable people. And the many millions of Americans that have watched people that I care about suffer and in some cases die because of lack of health care.
So should they all be
killed
then?
At no point. She has had many chances to say what I meant to say, or let me finish what I was saying.
They all be killed, these healthcare executives. Would that make you even more joyful?
No, that would not.
Well, why not?
And,
why are you laughing?
I think because it wouldn't fix the
You seem to find the whole thing hilarious.
I find your question funny.
A bloke's been murdered in the street. I don't find it funny at all.
I don't find it funny that tens of thousands of Americans
she's smiling the whole time
die every year, and because they are denied life-saving health care from people like the CEO. Now, I want.
I don't know. Is the CEO the sole person in charge of all decisions? Like, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Here we go. Vox Media splits with ex-WAPO reporter Taylor Lorenz after explosive comments. So now she's fired from Vox. What is Vox? I don't know. Okay, I'm getting ads. Thanks a lot, Microsoft Edge. Okay. Let me pull up this New York Post article. Vox is ending its deal to distribute former Washington Post reporter Taylor Lorenz's podcast and YouTube show after the journalist made a slew of explosive comments about the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. A source close to the situation confirmed. Semaphore scribe Max Tanney, who first reported the news, revealed late Sunday that the controversial tech columnist had a short-term partnership that is set to expire at the beginning of the year. Lorenz took to social media on Monday, ripping the report as 100% false, claiming media reporters lie about her as she vowed to discuss the situation on her podcast. Ugh, her face is just, I can't. Okay, she said here, to report on the online commentary surrounding Thompson's death without examining the systemic cruelty of our healthcare system is to willfully strip context from these online outpourings. Wow. And then sharing an article with a happy star and balloon saying CEO down. Oof. Yes, we want insurance executives dead. She's retweeting it. Whoa. It's bleak. It's very dark. This is 100% false. And I'm still much working with Vox, and my show is not up for renewal because I actually own 100% of the show and control the distribution, not Vox. Media reporters continue to lie about me. Tune into the pod this week where I'll discuss. Vox declined to comment. A spokesperson for Semaphore hit back saying, as Max Tanney accurately reported, Vox is ending. Right. She tried to spin her other firings similarly. She would say, oh, I'm going independent now. Like when the New York Times fired her. So this is just her way of spinning it, I believe. Vox is ending its relationship with Taylor Lorenz in 2025. You can read that story here. Oh, AARP, stop with the ads. Actually, let's click there. Okay, I'll pull that one up next. They confirmed her deal will expire. The person did not elaborate why Fox wasn't renewing Lorenz's contract, but there has been a cloud of controversy surrounding the columnist just last week. Okay, talking about the feeling joy. And people wonder why we want these executives dead. Oof. Lorenz wrote on Blue Sky, which is for losers, a microblogging social media network, alongside an article on how Blue Cross Blue Shield will no longer cover anesthesia for the full length of some surgeries. Okay, that seems just like one example. The tech reporter made the dark. I don't know. Then don't, if you can't afford it, don't get the surgery then. Or like, if you really need it, then go into debt. I don't know if it's a life-saving surgery. What do you want? What do you want from me? The tech reporter made the dark declaration just hours after Thompson, 50, was gunned down outside a Midtown hotel, leaving his 2 sons without a father. She later shared another user's post saying, hypothetically, it would be considered an actionable threat to start emailing other insurance CEOs as a simple, what? As simple, you're next? That's horrible. Oh, so she totally means what she says. Lorenz, who recently launched her own publication, User Mag, went on to support the criticism of Thompson and other company executives. Oof. Bad luck. Very bad luck. People have very justified hatred towards insurance company CEOs because these executives are responsible for an unfathomable amount of death and suffering. As someone against death and suffering, I think it's good to call out this broken system and the people in power who enable it. The journalist attempted to downplay her commentary several hours later, insisting she only meant to encourage peaceful letter writing campaigns. Sure. According to the Semaphore report, Vox, which owns outlets like New York Magazine, Vulture, Intelligencer, and The Cut, made the decision to cut ties with Lorenz before those inflammatory comments. Oh, wow. It's unclear, however, if they were swayed by another recent firestorm over Lorenz's social media posts in August, in which she called President Biden a war criminal. Lorenz, who had served as a tech columnist for the Washington Post at the time, came under fire after leaving the New York Post. Reporter John Levine posted a photo on X saying Lorenz had uploaded to her Instagram account while attending a White House event with Biden in August. Ooh. She is such a hot mess. It's weird how you can be both an elite, but then also claim to be like sort of, I'm for the victims. I'm a voice for the victims. Matthew Hammond, Virginia man arrested for shoplifting at shop with a cop. What? I haven't heard of that. Gay Carpenter 77, probably already discussed, but I want to shout out Anna's baby birth. You two YouTubers being newish mommies make me happy. Oh, yay for Anna. I'm so happy for her. I actually have a huge basket of goodies I need to send to her. I'll have to do that tomorrow. Derek C. Luigi Mangione, my grandfather, warned of letting these people into our country. Don't piss off the Italians. Okay, do we need to see this? No, we can move on. Wowie. Pretty crazy, though. Oh, here's another clip which illustrates. The left can't decide whether Daniel Perry or Luigi Mangione is the good guy or the bad guy.
If you're on the American left tonight, here's my chart. The good guys today, Daniel Penny. The bad guys, Luigi Mangione. It seems to me.
How do you?
Everybody
what's
on the
the
left,
chart for victims?
I'm just telling you what I see out in the world.
I know.
What
I just want you to finish the chart.
Too
many people.
Make your own chart. What I'm telling you is
that's not on the second page.
People on the left can't seem to tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys.
People on the left. I'm asking you whether you consider this person.
We had people praising
I want
Luigi
to know whether you think that, as Congressman Crane does, that Daniel.
If you're on the American left tonight, here's my chart. The good guys today, Daniel Penny.
Okay, it seems like he's just... Wow. Couldn't even get a single thing, just noise. Well, one person was defending innocent people, and the other one just straight up with a gun killed somebody. I think it's pretty obvious the different situations here. People are stupid. Anyway, let's talk about something funny. Dylan Mulvaney. Remember Dylan? Dylan's still trying to be relevant as the country kind of ends its love affair with trans stuff. Dylan Mulvaney is celebrating 1,000 days of being a woman. That should be in quotes. Bud Light is not celebrating. Oh, Dylan.
Did you hear? It's day 1,000. It's day 1,000 of girlhood. Yeah!
Oh, God. I hate how catchy this song is. It really bothers me. And now this song will probably... Oh, yeah, drop your pad in the hot tub. A hot tub boat actually sounds fantastic.
Did you...
Yikes. Where is
Here?
No, they don't know. They don't know who you are.
Day 1,000.
They're like, what?
It's day 1,000 of girlhood. Yeah!
These are the days.
Dylan is goofy. I don't know. And nobody cares about this anymore, unfortunately. You didn't get any girl parts, Dylan. You still have a penis. You do not have boobs. Like I have said many times, you have the resources and time to get yourself some implants. So you're not really all in my opinion. For fuck's sake, making me nauseous. Why is it always bimbos, drunks, or children they appropriate? 1,000 days of cosplaying as a woman. Yeah, that is the truth. Poor Dylan. What is Dylan gonna do now? Now that we're all over the trans thing, like we're done with it as a culture. We'll see. Yeah, there's no hips. Yeah, no hips. Nothing about his body is female, unfortunately. Yes, I have seen his Price is Right appearance. Damn. It made me more homophobic than I already am. Oh, we can find this. Hold on. I've seen this many times, but Dylan Mulvaney, Price is Right. Do. It's so obvious that Dylan is just a theater kid willing to do anything to get attention and stay in the spotlight. And you know how I know you're not really truly trans is you're not getting breast implants and you're not chopping your dick off, Dylan. That's why I know you're not about it. You're not walking the walk. So Dylan lost his Book of Mormon gig on Broadway during the pandemic and was looking for another thing. And this was him on Price is Right. I think shortly after Bills to Use. Yes, this is actually exactly how I would react to being on The Price is Right. But it's showbiz, baby. The thing that's like kind of awkward about Dylan's body is like he has an extremely long torso. Like his torso takes up half his body. And he has like kind of short legs comparatively speaking. Yes, time to tap dance. They're like, oh, get the pool cue away from him. What is he gonna do with it? He's gonna put it up his ass. Up. Get the harpoon. Get the trank dart. Oh boy, how cringe. Cringe. Good times though. What do you guys think Dylan will do next? Yes, Keanu told me that Gino just lost his YouTube channel. I'm still learning why. That's breaking news to me. Let's talk about Juan Soto. Okay, I know you guys do not really come to this channel for sports talk, but too bad. Here it is. Juan Soto, who was on the Yankees this past season, they, I don't know, hired him just for a year. I don't really know what his specific deal was, but him and Aaron Judge were like the 1 and 2 best 2 players on the Yankee. They brought them all the way to the World Series. Judge had kind of a shitty postseason, didn't do great in the World Series, but like Juan did great the whole year. Really kicked ass, and he was, he became a free agent at the end of this season. And even before the season was over, he was going around saying, I'm going to be a free agent soon. A winky winky. And everyone was hoping and praying that he would stay with the Yankees just because we're New Yorkers and we want, it was a really good team this year and people want to see what they can accomplish next year. And they want to see what Juan could have accomplished with the Yankees. So people were like really looking forward to him staying on the team. But turns out he did not want to stay with the Yankees, or let me say, like, he didn't really care what team he was on. He really was just after the money. Let's bring up the Twitter. Oh God, there's so much here. Let's refresh. I'm honestly embarrassed for you. So Juan signed the hugest deal in not even MLB, but sports history. Like some insane over $700 million deal for, I don't know, 10 years or something. I'm honestly embarrassed for Yankee fans in the national MLB media. They are suddenly bashing the Mets for signing Juan Soto, arguably the best pure hitter of this generation. Leading up to the signing, the entire talk of the offseason was the Juan Soto sweepstakes, who was going to get the superstar. Suddenly, because it's the Mets and the media members don't like that, Steve Cohen's the owner of the Mets, billionaire, is brash and cocky. Now everyone is talking shit and talking out of their ass. Jeff Passan is an absolute clown. I don't know who that is. As for Yankee fans, the whole offseason they were saying, we need to keep Soto at all costs. I'll die if we don't keep Soto. Now those people are saying, it's better we didn't get him. We are all better off without him. Okay, so sour grapes. Grow up, people. Seriously, the real story is that people don't like that the Mets aren't little brother anymore. The Mets are big brother now. The Yankees are becoming an afterthought, and people just can't handle it. Oof. No, I don't like that. Okay. Yes, here it is. It's a 15-year deal. $765 million. It's the largest deal in professional sports history. He will become the highest paid player in MLB history. And we thought Shohei Ohtani had a huge deal for 10 years at $700 million with the Dodgers. And then Mike Trout had a $426.5 million deal for 12 years with the Los Angeles Angels. So basically, he's the best player on a kind of a crappy team. Mookie Betts also on the Dodgers. And that's why they kicked ass and they won the World Series. And Aaron Judge, $360 million deal for 9 years at the Yankees. He turned down a much higher deal with the Padres. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 425 or just for something. And Judge turned that down to stay with the Yankees. And guess what? Juan Soto is not Aaron Judge. He doesn't have that same heart. He didn't have that same love for the Yankees. He literally just went with whoever was going to give him the most money. And it was so funny because, is this really him? Juan Soto celebrating his record-breaking contract. Is this really him in a hot tub? Oh boy. Does it count when it's just on your back? No, put it in his face.
You earned it.
Whoa, look at this house. Oh my God. That's a lot of money. He is real good. This is him playing.
Got a steal. Soto, a high fly ball to center. Thomas backing up. Thomas at the track. And Juan Soto.
Wow. He is really good, but we wanted him to have heart too. We wanted him to just love being a Yankee. And yeah, he's a little cocky. Clocking into hate Juan Soto for the next 15 years. Yeah, kind of. Oh, here it is. Aaron Judge turned down $450 million from the Padres. Aaron Judge is just the perfect player. He's just that's why he's team captain. That's why he's so adored. It was this moment Juan Soto knew his ass wasn't staying with the Yankees. What was this? Oh, this is the World Series when they kind of choked a little. Oh, and the Dodgers were winning. What game was this? Oh, it's just the third game. Juan Soto going from the Yankees to the Mets.
I can't believe I have to drive all the way to work on Saturday. All the way to work.
I don't know what that's from, but that's funny. Sad that ESPN has Shannon Sharp and Ryan Rex talking about the Juan Soto signing. These two have zero clue about the sport. The fall of ESPN is mind-blowing. The Mets beat the Yankees 5 times this year, took all 4 Subway Series games, and then stole Juan Soto. The little brother bullshit is officially over. It's a new era. Get used to it. Uh-oh.
Hey, Juan Soto?
Who's this?
I got 2 words for you. Fuck you! That's right. Fuck you and the horse you rode in.
Oh, damn.
And the cavalry behind you. That's right, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm taking it personally.
Oh, wow.
We gave you our love.
Oh, wow.
We gave you our fucking
He's
heart
mad.
and soul. It wasn't enough. You turned your cap around after the World Series. I saw that fucking move. 700 million, 730. Yeah, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Guaranteed years. It wasn't enough. You don't even choose the Dodgers. You don't even choose the Dodgers. You go off Broadway to the Mets. You don't want to be on Broadway. And you don't want to be Judge's guy? You don't want to be Judge's partner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Judge. Now it's your team. That's it. Let's stick it up his fucking ass. That's right. Let's go out. Let's get Burns, Freed, Bregman. Let's fucking Teoscar. I don't give a fuck. Now we're not fucking around. Take those fucking grungy, whatever those fucking, those stupid Mets. Fuck
Oh, wow. I don't know who this guy is, but I like his energy. He was very good. He is very good. Juan Soto will make close to Juan Soto will make $6,000 per hour from the Mets for the next 15 years. Is that take home? Is that net or gross? $51 million a year. 4.25 million a month. Wow, 980,000 per week. 139,000 per day. Wow, 5,821 per hour. $97 per minute. Holy crap. Yeah, I hope he doesn't get hurt. Mets own the record for bad signings, and this might top them all. Very glad the Red Sox didn't buy him. Can't blame him for chasing the money, but is anyone worth that? He alone is not going to win them a World Series. That is so much money. Wow. His agent could retire just off the commission from this deal. Yeah, I think that gets him, what, like 70-something million? Holy crap. The math on how much Steve Cohen makes per hour right now, oh, that's his agent.
And I can promise you we're going to act, like I said, like a major market team.
King of New York. The king.
Huh. Oh, here is his post-tax breakdown. You know, in case anybody in the chat is a professional baseball player. $51 million. So after 15 years, it's $765 million. After 15 years. Federal taxes take $18,870,000. Holy cow. Taxes are a bitch. State taxes take $5,559,000. New York City taxes take almost $2 million. Estimated jock tax? There's a jock tax? Variable on away games, $750,000. His net salary is $23 million. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe he takes home that little from $765 million. He takes $23,282,000. And this is over 15 years. So if we divide that over 15, what is he making per year? 2,3,282,000 divided by 15. Okay, that's like $1.5 million a year that he gets. I mean, that's still really good. Right? Maybe my math is wrong. After taxes, numbers broke down further. Salary per month is 1.9. Oh, never mind. It's way more. Wow. Per at bat, he makes an annual salary per at bat $56,785 per bat. Per hit, he makes $198,000. Whoa. But they're calling him a generational talent. Okay, wow. 14.8% taxes to the state of New York and New York City combined. That's wild. Not figuring in taxes, every 12 seconds for the next 15 years, the Mets are laying a $20 bill in Juan Soto's hand, whether he's eating, sleeping, playing, vacationing, etc. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Approximately $140K take home per game of the season. Wow. I heard somebody else say that he was attracted to like the Mets because they had more Latino players, more Latinkses. Wowie. $97 per minute. That's a lot of money, man. Bobby Bonilla 2.0. Which, for you guys that don't know, July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day. The former Met collects a paycheck of just under $1.2 million every year until 2035. Why? Because the Mets deferred the $5.9 million he was supposed to make in 2000 when he was released that January and never even played, stretching it out over 24 years with 8% interest. That means $5.9 million will be $29.8 million. Wow. Okay. You guys love your charts and your stats. I tell you, that's such a male thing. Okay. Good for him. Good for him. We're all going to be salty about it for a while. I love this headline here from the Babylon Bee. Juan Soto retires from professional baseball to play for the Mets. Oh, this is a fake quote. I can now live comfortably while playing inconsequential games no one will watch or care about, Soto explained. I am grateful for the career I had, but playing for the Mets will be a lot more laid back than dealing with the intense pressure of playing for a professional team. Soto's decision reportedly left baseball fans dejected, as they would now have to watch the Mets play if they wanted to catch a glimpse of Soto. It's heartbreaking to see a great player leave the majors at such a young Oh, wow. Oh. This is a funny headline. Daniel Penny tells jury to go back and deliberate until they can come back with the correct verdict. Yo, that's funny, yo. Well, and that was funny. Michael K kept saying, he's not a bad guy. But, and then he would just then say other things that made him think, oh, it sounds like you do think he's a bad guy. Michael K, Juan Soto. I want to find this clip because it makes me chuckle. Do, 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 do. Wow. Let's find it. I think he should have stayed. I think he should have stayed on the Yankees. He's from the DR, the Dominican Republic, the mecca of baseball. Muchos pesos for Juan Soto. What? He's only 23 years old? What? No, I thought he was 26. Okay. That's a lot of money, y'all. Pero, like, he should have stayed with the Yankees. I can't find it. It is fun. Baseball drama is fun. It is fun. Give it a chance, guys. Michael K. Juan Soto. I don't know if this is the clip I want. You guys are probably like, why is Chrissy talking about baseball? Well, blame Frank, okay? He's got me into it.
End of the day.
I'm sure, I don't think it was that much of a factor because when you get in these negotiations, you identify that you want the player, you put your best foot forward, and then it's up to Juan Soto and Scott Boras. So they don't have enough control to say, like, we cannot be beat on this. We have to do it for fan perception. So if they had gotten beat out for Soto, as they thought they were going to be, as I said, it would have been, all right, well, you know what? The guy really wanted to be a Yankee. He liked it there. He wants to stay with Aaron Judge. He wants to play for Aaron Boone. And I think that's what they were probably ready to tell themselves and their fans if it went a different way. And there's some legitimacy there. You have David Stearns, a bright executive. You have Carlos Mendoza, who I think is clearly like an elite manager in development. So they would have said, we'll find another way to build a champion. I think that's how that would have gone. And that's how they were thinking. But obviously that's an alternate reality that didn't happen.
Now, we've been saying this, almost since they got him. And I've been really, really a firm believer in this. He was not going to be seduced by tradition and Monument Park and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I truly believe that this came down to money. Do you?
Yeah, this is funny. This is where he just goes, he's not a bad guy. And then he says a bunch of things where he's shit talking, I think.
You think, because I keep reading, well, John Heyman was reporting he didn't like the fact that a security guard didn't let his cook in, this and that. I don't think that, if you were that upset about that, then why would you engage the Yankees in negotiations? I think it came down to money. And it doesn't make him a bad guy.
Yeah. He definitely, I definitely think that was a very, very high priority. But
players
first of all, we don't know. I wish I could sit here and tell you where the Blue Jays are at the end, because there's this perception all along that they would beat any offer. But we can't even factually say that the Blue Jays are the high bidder because we don't know that yet. But I think there was a perception that the Blue Jays were going to be the high bidder, and there was also a perception that Soto was not going to Toronto. So it's not just the money. And to what you brought up about the family stuff, I will say this: I know that Chief Soto's very close to his family.
Yeah.
Very even like more so, he's like a family guy more so than like a clubhouse hang out with your teammates kind of guy. He comes in, he's professional, he's wearing his headphones, he does his work, he plays hard, he leaves, he goes home to his mom and the uncles and the cousins and whatever that, there's a large family and the Yankees are very by the book and by the rules with no families in the clubhouse, certain spots on the field, the suites thing is very organized. Sort of the behind the scenes stuff about just the way that goes. And the Mets have really, with Alex Cohen, have made Citi Field an extremely family-friendly place. And I don't think that would have been worth $100 million or something, but I do know, I have heard reliably that weighed into Soto's calculation for basically going across town for a similar money, depending on how you want to look at the money.
All right, so there's a lot of money to Soto. Is there money to be able to rebuild this rotation, to maybe think about replacing Beatty at third or bringing Alonso back? All the things that Met fans...
I don't know what any of that means. Let's see. I like Michael K shitting on him. It's funny to me.
Because he was worth splurging for.
So now let's go on the Yankee side, Andy. We're talking with Andy Martino of SNY. The last time they lost a player that they supposedly wanted was Robinson Cano. I think that's kind of like lukewarm.
I had time.
They had Maddox, but
when Soto or Carlos, probably what Stanton has done with the roster flexibility.
Okay, I don't care anymore. Oh, yes, the comments. It was the money. This was never going to stop. You can't win a bidding war with a guy who has $20 billion. There was an end game, and we reached it. He wanted the money. He got it. Good for him. It's fine. Soto left because he saw how much fun the Mets were having and all the Latino players the Mets have. He wanted to be around the camaraderie of Latinos. Yankees should have signed Willie Adams when we had the chance. Yankees literally couldn't match because Soto wanted to be a Met over a Yankee. I think that's, yeah. If he wanted to be a Yankee, he would have stayed. It just didn't seem like that much more money. People saying he chose the Mets over $5 million. Not true. With the signing bonus, it was like 40 to 55 million difference. Okay. If he wanted to remain a Yankee, he would have signed with them, period. Yep. He didn't want to be in Judge's shadow, nor did he want to have any real desire to be a Yankee. He is all about the money. Wow. People are upset. The Yankee fans are upset. Yankees were playing too many games, adding year 16, much smaller signing bonus. The list goes on. Mets said, here is the money. You can have it now. Soto got tired of it and said, let the Mets have it if they want me more. Yankees beat themselves. Met fans better get used to not only astronomical parking and tickets, but $25 hot dogs and $50 beers. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's done now. Goodbye, Juan Soto. It was nice knowing you. I'm acting like I know him. Like I'm personally invested. Oh, all right. Do you guys care about baseball? Okay. Just checking. Okie dokie. Well, that's Mayor in the afternoon, guys. Fun. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of texts. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Let's see. I'm working on a couple more interviews, but for sure, I'll be on the Vets Talkin' podcast Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, Nightlife Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday Night Tights this Friday is going to start at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Nerdrotics channel as opposed to the usual 4 o'clock. And that's it for me, guys. Love you all. Bye.